The Akai MPC step sequencer. Is it good? Is it bad? Do you use it? I like the Akai MPC Live II step sequencer. I like step sequencing my beats. And today I'm going to use the step sequencer to show you how to get your drums in a pocket and do some cool stuff. And just get in the habit of using that little button at the top called the step sequencer. What's going on, guys? It's your brother O.T.G. The O.T.G's for overtime grind. Hardly seen, but I'm always around. And today I got my Akai MPC Live II. I have the Akai 3.4.2 standalone software. And I have a drum kit loaded up from my 50-40 expansions, my expansion pack. You can check that out. And right now I'm going to step sequence some beats. Step sequence a drum. We're going to start with the snare by putting the snare in a little pocket. I'm at 86 BPM. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Make sure you hit that notification bell. One of the biggest keys and takeaways for the step sequencer is to make sure you hit that button in the middle of your screen. It's called pad select. So on your MPC Live II screen or your MPC 1 in between the bar and the pad, it's whited out on my screen. It says pad select. If you select that screen, then you could just utilize the screen to put steps on and utilize the pads to select what sound you want to use. Now that's very, if you want to chase while it's playing and build it from the pads, you can. But for me, I appreciate using the step sequencer and being able to use pad select. It makes everything quicker. Also helps me come up with some pretty cool drum patterns and snare patterns and different things. Right now, I'm just going to do everything real simple. So when you see it going through, you see it cycling through the bars. And right now, I'm just waiting and putting a kick on the one. And now I'm going to put a kick in random places. That's got a pretty good feel. So we're going to go and check out some other things. I don't know what else I really want to check out right now, but we might put that hi-hat on super basic format. But what we'll do is we'll go in and change the pitch. And my advice, if you want, you could stop it and go back and do all this stuff. I'll just let it loop. If you watch my channel long enough, I like to let the music just keep going for as long as possible. We build, then we stop. We build, and then we might stop. So right now, I hit my track edit button or program edit. I moved it to my front screen. And now I'm doing some edits from sample screen 2. Which now is called tune and mix screen. And we tuning and we mixing. Make sure I have the masterclass available if you want this drum kit and thousands, it's literally thousands of other drum kits. Probably about 1,000 other drum kits. Let me not say thousands. There's a whole lot in there. Over 45 expansions. You could get some of these chord progressions, over 400 chord progressions. I have so much stuff over there for sale. The O.T.G Stimmy Pack is the way to go. Lifetime updates plus the low-level masterclass give you all the videos that I have on YouTube. We still in tune, mix, and building. It's been a while since I've been up here. Had a studio flood. Looks like we might be out of our studio until summer as we fix things and get that together. I had a sewer main bust. And so it busted on our side of the sidewalk, which means it's got to be fixed. So this is my quick setup, and we still gonna bring you to work. You know what I mean? Now that I know what it is, I'm gonna try to get back on schedule with you guys. So one of the things with using the step sequencer, you see now we're cooking. You see quickly we got different kinds of drum patterns going. We got all kinds of things working right now. It's really coming together. So that's one of the reasons why I use the step sequencer. Right now, I'm also adding a little, I added some groove on there. Put the groove at 65. I mean at 57. Or not the groove, the swing. 57. We applied it to all pads. I hit shift and I moved up the speed just a little bit. And now I'm going to do some housekeeping. I'm going to name these drums. So track 1 is drums. Currently doing the voiceover of this beat. And I got to tell you guys, make sure you stay to the end. You know, we're going to run it all the way up to where I would arrange it. And then my camera ran out of space. You know what I mean? So we're definitely going to get it all lined out. There's some dope stuff in here. Like for one, right now, I found these sounds on the drums. And I like these. I like this sound. I'm probably going to use it as a main sound. Sometimes when you load these drum kits up, they have some pretty good sounds in there. And it's worth going in there and just loading up. You dig what I'm saying? All right, now what I'm doing is putting them on a mute group so they cut each other off. So we're doing that from the global screen, a program edit. But now when I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I want to, we're going to trim some of that at the beginning. I don't know if I want to do this on the same track as my drums. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clone this track by pressing that little plus button. It's going to take everything that's in the memory. Boom. And now I'm going to go ahead and name that sample so I don't get lost. And now we could utilize those sounds, and it carried over with our settings because it's just a clone. You see that I didn't really even see what riff I wanted to play, so we just kind of learning on the fly. It's one of the beautiful things about producing is you don't really have to hold yourself to these invisible standards. The MPC already has you locked into standards. Like a lot of your standard is your BPM, timing correct, you know, if you're using it, not using it, how many bars, you know, 2 bars, 4 bars, 8 bars, 16, however you're setting it up. Outside of that, everything else leaves you room for creativity and kind of make anything in between those parameters, right? I like that bass. I'm thinking about maybe seeing what that bass sounds like. I'm gonna hit the plus and the keyboard button. That's going to turn it into a key group. I'm going to turn it to mono. So when I hit a pad and hit the other pad, it cuts itself off. I like this bass, but I don't feel like I can hear the low end. I'm trying to find something that would sound good in the lows. always say, if you're unsure, just record it. Because when you're playing and you're trying to make a decision, sometimes your brain could get crowded and you're trying to make a decision quickly. You might have to place it. So go ahead and just record it in. And then that way, what'll happen is you can always go back and listen to it and then kind of make your decision up there. But if you don't have the actual bass line or whatever it is laid down, then how do you know if it's going to fit or if it's going to sit in the mix right? Even if you know, you still don't know until you lay it. And then you gotta sit with it for a second and see how it feels. For me, I'm not really feeling it. You know what I mean? So I might try a compressor, see what that does, but I'm not really feeling the low end, the low note. So I'm going to turn up the threshold, turn down the threshold, I'm sorry, and that lets more of it in. I could turn it up and we can mess with it. I don't like it though, so we're just gonna go and load Sub Factory in. And then I'm gonna go to the program edit, essentially. That's my favorite screen. If you follow my channel, you know screen. I'm working on saving some of these presets for you guys. Thinking about making a preset library. You know, you guys watch enough videos and see that I go through and tweak. We gotta tune this 808. Get it in the right key. Best way, just use your ears. But you guys know, I'll lay down the bass, I'll make some subtle edits. All that stuff I can save. You guys always end up asking me to put them up for sale, so I'll put them up for you guys. Right now, I'm just trying to come up with some kind of bass line. I just want to vibe right now. I don't take too many things too serious. Like, I do, but I don't. I feel like when we making music is fun. And if you know your way to navigate around your machine, you can just continuously pump out music. Certain days, all of it might be good. Other days, you might not feel all of it. But the key is to keep creating. And the only way you can create is when you have the idea, your hands know where to go to create it. And that's my teaching style, is just trying to kind of show you that. I think I'm one of the few channels that always ends up with some kind of beat towards the end. We really work through it. There's no cuts, no jump cuts, removing of the ums and the uhs and all that stuff. No, this is built for you guys who sit and you put time in and you look up and 30 minutes is gone and you like, dang, why I don't have no beats? Here you go. That's what my videos are here to teach you. When you sit down in front of your MPC, you can have a blank slate in your head and just load up a random drum kit like we did today and start to sculpt and cook. But you need to practice to know where you're going and why you're going there. This is whited out, so I'm going to use something else. I just see it on the camera. Let's use trusty Fabric XL. Fabric XL is such a great plug-in. I love it. If I need a guitar, I go straight to Fabric XL. Our keys are still, our pads are still in key. And so I'm going to come up with a little riff to play. And again, these are things that I want you guys to see. You've seen me with keyboards. You've seen my other gear. But you could take the time to play that same riff that you would play on the keyboard. You can play it on the pads. You just gotta be patient and have some practice and go find the notes and work on actually doing it. Also remember, you might not be able to get everything done in one slide or one pass. So you might do one part and then come back and do another part. So like right now, we're laying the front end of this. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Make sure you check out the masterclass. Please, I encourage you. Please check out my Gumroad store. This is how I keep my channel afloat. And this is how I keep things moving, keep things going. Your support is what keeps everything working and on time. And then also your support keeps my spirits up when I do have hard times. We're human. We all have hard times at some time. Unexpected things that arise and throw monkey wrenches in your plans. People's support can help you make through that. So I appreciate everyone who supported, who donates, who buys. But man, I also got a lot of stuff over there that really will expand your MPC into another space. And this is stuff outside the masterclass. So here's the trick. We could go in here and edit the velocity, or we could go in the step sequencer, select our pad that we are editing, go into the step sequencer, and then you have way better velocity control. What am I saying? You don't know? Okay, just wait a second. Let's go do it. Step sequencer. You see it? So those are the notes that's playing. So if I go past select, I can run through the pads, try to find those notes. They'll show up on the screen if they was there. There's some there, but there's one that I'm looking for, that one. Because what I want to do is just accent notes. But I'm going to add those notes in with the step sequencer. So right now I'm literally step sequencing my guitar on XXL, on Fabric XL. Definitely a tip or a hint, you know, in closing, because, you know, my video is about to run out and I don't actually get to finish this beat, unfortunately. I actually finished it, but it didn't all come out on camera. It's a very good beat too. I liked it, especially for coming up with nothing and getting this far in 20 minutes. But the whole point is use the step sequencer, bro. Hey you. Use the step sequencer, bro. Use the step sequencer, bro. Use the step sequencer. Try and mess around with it. Try different patterns that you wouldn't try. Try step sequencing your sample chops. Try step sequencing your plugins. Try some things. This is just 4 tracks. You know, I might clone another track just so that way I can play some snares and different things in a different place. But yeah, event muting is definitely dope when you have the type of bass line I have, where you have the guitar that plays 2 different parts. You can mute in between. But with that, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you. Anything that you check out or see at the Gumroad, all of that helps. I could use all the help that I get. And thank you. We got another one. I didn't get to get it all the way done, but we definitely got another one. It's all good. Like, share, subscribe, comment. O.T.G. out.